Okay everyone, I've got a little update for you here and many of you might like this little announcement. First of all, I have worked my fucking hindquarters off to get this done. So please, some of the stuff you will hear here will of course be spoilers. Some of it is edited. Some of it is my raw audio. So, please do not complain about the audio quality. And now, here comes my little announcement to all of you. Book 4 of Fallout Equestria Project Horizons, which means Chapter 49 to 62 Part 2, have been recorded completely. Now I only have Book 5 to go, which basically means I have to go from Chapter 63 to Chapter 77 plus the epilogue. Now I will showcase a few scenes from Book 4, so you can be hyped for March when I will hopefully start releasing this stuff, because I'm still waiting for a few VAs to send in their lines. First of all, Blackjack meets her very first hellhound. Was that a growl?
EagleEye, I think I might need some help here.
But all I got back was that stream of her not talking to me. The growl sounded again, deep and low and right on the far side of the door. The handle slowly rotated, the metal squealing faintly as it was shoved open. And then I was incredibly grateful Rover had stopped me up before working on me. I'd have probably had an accident then and there. The creature was almost 2 feet taller than Rover, but it stooped over. Yellowish hide sprouting knots of scar tissue and bristly black fur covered its incredibly muscled frame. Actually, scratch the it. There was no question whatsoever that it was a he. And no, Blackjack can't avoid any trouble traveling the wasteland, as shown here. I gaped, unable to think as he jammed the crown atop my head. All hail Queen Blackjack, new leader of the society. Long live the Queen! And a pony must be very desperate or very stupid to actually try to assassinate Blackjack. I've been shot, blown up, burned, had my limbs ripped off, replaced, ripped off again, and you use a knife? I levitated the blade to my mouth, flicked off the blood, and began to eat it from the tip. Chewing each bite deliberately, I maintained my stare, and since I didn't have to blink, I could do it a very long time. And of course, our very favorite Alicorn starts defying the voices in her head. No! EagleEye shouted, her eyes flaring bright purple. I won't! Dreadful silence filled Unity at those words. You what? The goddess replied, as if not understanding those 2 little words. I refuse! I will not obey! EagleEye shouted, sitting in the crater as she pressed her hoofs to the sides of her head. But of course, this would not be Fallout Equestria Project Horizons without tragedy and sacrifice. Oh, that was wrong. In front of me I saw 2 bloody metal hands reaching for my face, the ends tipped in hooked blades, tiny pincers, and a panoply of needles. But then I felt the tugging around my ears and cheeks. Then those hands pulled. Nothing could stop me from seeing this bloody hide dangling from the steel fingers, because my eyelids were attached to it. And it wouldn't be Horizons without unspeakable atrocities being committed. That seemed like the right thing to do. Yeah. And I whirled, ready to continue my rampage till something finished me off, when I came face to face with Boo. The terrified mare hadn't fled or jumped for cover. Her pale eyes were wide as she sat there, frozen before me. A part of me, the Reaper part of me, wanted to blast her to ash and cut down every pony else just because they were there. Boo should have been the first to run and hide. She deserved to die. So, I hope all of you are really hyped for this, because I seriously worked my ass off to do this, to get Book 4 recorded. It was a lot of work. I sometimes spent the night recording up to 5 a.m. You can't imagine the last time I actually had a good night's sleep. And now I will not actually get a lot of sleep because I have a trial period of work next week again. And yeah, not much sleep for me in there. So before I will start recording book 5, before I will start editing book 4, I will record book 5 in its entirety. I hope that I will get this done and can start releasing stuff in March, but so far I can't really promise because there are things happening right now that I don't want to mention, and you might hear about them in a future update video because everything is a little uncertain right now. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little teaser of mine, and we will see each other in the wasteland very soon.